Congarna Kingdom, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we have a super special one. We are announcing one of our final World Cup pro players. That's right, guys, one of our final. We still do have another one coming soon, so stay tuned for that, guys. But today's player is absolutely insane. Matter of fact, he holds the world record for the most kills in a Fortnite World Cup match to this date. You guys are about to watch one of the craziest games ever in the World Cup, introducing Congarna Derox.
It's always fun to see how these players kind of stack up against one another and who really thrives in these pressure situations. Always a reminder as well that we are jumping into all of the end games, so we're always going to be taking a look at usually Storm Phase 5 and then onward. But for now, though, and also I wonder if that burst SMG is going to play any kind of role today. I messed around with it. I didn't really find much of a use case for myself personally, but I wonder if some of our pro players have found good uses of it.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much use in their practice games that they played throughout the week, towards the end game. But of course, in the early game, it is very strong still. I mean, you find it a lot, right? It's common, uncommon, and rare. So in that early game, when you pick it up, it's similar to like the uncommon pistol or anything like that, where hey, it'll shred through somebody with no shield. But beyond that, I mean, we do see some usages of trying to get people through the walls and such.
Yeah. It's just not, I think that what this does, though, is that it's going to make this weapon right here, the tactical AR, that much more valuable if you do manage to snag that, because now all that light ammo that you probably would have ended up using for that suppressed SMG is going to be able to be used for this tactical assault rifle, right?
Yeah.
That's the plus of that weapon. The universal key, and that's going to be Derox pushing on in, taking out Morph. And Morphazes ends up going down. Derox gets the cleanup there onto Kenny along with his teammate Item. And that is going to be 2 eliminations there for them. 13 eliminations for Item, 16 eliminations for Derox. That is insane. Insanity.
That's, again, half in, half out. This is that 5th zone. We're moving into the 6th right now. 29 elims for them total. That's unbelievable. And that's exactly what they want on this semifinal day. Just make a good statement. Just make a strong statement as Derox and Item. This is actually a duo that's recently formed at the beginning of World Cup. Oof. They were playing with different partners. And Item was a player who went to ESL Katowice, did very well with himself there with his partner Tomo. And then Derox, I believe they used to play together before. Split up for a little while, and now coming back strong, clearly.
Well, I think that's also a challenge that players would have to consider when you're, in a competition like this with so much on the line, to take that time and go away from your duo that you've been working with, and then to kind of recalibrate with another player. It's not easy, there's always that honeymoon phase, as I call it, in team games.
Yep.
Where everything's working, you're clicking, and it's perfect. But then when disaster strikes, that's where you see the true might of a duo and how they're going to be able to fight out of really difficult situations. Kind of like the way that they're going to find themselves in right now. They don't have this high ground, so they want to try and force their way out. That heavy snipe is going to obliterate that wall, thus preventing that player from being able to build any further, but they still should be able to maintain the high ground, which is what's going on here. You're going to have Derox trying to push on up here and see if he can get in front, and then the high ground will be for Item and Derox as they do manage to take out Avon. And that's yet another elimination on the board. 35 total for this duo. We're going to have 12 players remaining, 9 duels left in this game, Balla, and this is looking pretty solid for this duo.
Yeah, as the edit plays come in, they do get the high ground right back with that rift, so they just died from above and came right back below. They did find some materials up on a few of those eliminations earlier, so they're back in good shape here. They don't need to shambles kind of go for all these plays, but here the heavy snipe again, they both have it. They both have it, Golden Boy, and that's why they're able to just reload it, make these plays. They can get through a cone and a floor, both at the same time if they want to.
The aggression from this duo is absurd, but now you're going to have all these players scattered about down low. A few ballers are going to be in this one as well. With 5 duos remaining, we're coming down to the tail end of this, and Derox and Item with that high ground, they're going to look to apply a lot of pressure. And look at the way that Item drops down and gets aggressive, gets in their face, because he knows that he has Derox there for support. if things are going to get a little dicey. And then looking up, you got a few players that are going to be hanging around in their gliders. Maybe they can pick them off from the sky. And these guys recognize that they cannot drop down simply because those traps are going to be the end of them there. But it's going to be the combat shoddy that connects. And now we're getting down to the final four here. And this is looking like a surefire win for this duo.
Yeah, here we go. Derox looking for that last one. They do spot him. Where is he going to be? They still have that heavy snipe, and Item is right below him, so they can make a pinch here possible. With the patience, though, they're just going to start engaging and both going at the same time. I think that's a wrap. Both players on both sides chasing him through the storm, and that's it. Derox and Item with the ridiculous elimination spree in this one with the Victory Royale as well. That's a good showing because there's not that many spots left, and they want to be
41.
I can't do the math, Golden Boy.
I'm pretty sure that was 41 eliminations. That was 41 freaking eliminations. That was absurd. Another duo, though, that's been so dominant has been Tachinkin and Stompy. They've already qualified, but each and every week
they do it again.
They keep doing it.